allow our public out there to have an understanding of what transpired today.
So, what contest is eviction?
As you are aware, the office that holds the speaker is not for a particular person. The legislature is a seat of the lawmakers of Liberia, and the office, the space that holds the speakership is a statutory office that whoever assumed the position of speaker enjoy the privilege and immunities accorded that office. That space is not meant for any particular lawmaker. So I think if there are a few offices here that are statutory offices that whoever assumed the position would definitely move there for instance, the office of the deputy speaker and other places. So the office that holds the speaker has been barricaded or has been seized by the former speaker, Honorable Councillor James Kolleh of Grand Creek District Number 2, and we have made several efforts as a plenary to have that office open. We're sending 5 communications, different communications on different occasions, commencing as far back as late last year to no avail. And in some of those communications, the last communication, he responded to it, and he said, if I can recall, at the bottom of said communication, he said that it was his last time talking on said matter. So thereafter, last Friday, we were to conduct this exercise, but the leadership advised that since he was coming to the country, we allow him to come over the weekend and have his things removed up to yesterday, Monday. And if I recall, him at the action as a coup, and they asked him as to whether how long will he continue to fight, and he said, fight for what? Everything has been taken, the speakership has been taken, and he still insisted that he could not turn the office over in that interview. And he said it was the last time talking on it. And we need to have this office prepared for use by the speaker. As you are aware, it's a statutory office. It enables the speaker to have his staff, press director, COS, deputy COS, resource officer, general coordinator, and the list goes on. So there are a couple of staff that need to be in there. We also need that office to enable him to have a comfortable space in interacting with guests to be able to discuss the interests of Liberia, inclusive of the conference room. So it's against that backdraft that plenary took an action to enable this committee rule order. We are 2 here, but we are not 2. This is a committee on certain persons to carry on this exercise today. So please do me this favor. I think it will be appreciated if we give opportunity to one another one at a time. So if you ask a question, maybe another person would ask, just allow them to flow.
Yes, so, yes. I mean, I'm Webster Clay from British Africa. I mean, going forward, what next for the embattled speaker, Fonati Koffa?
I don't know who you call embattled speaker.
Representative
Speaker Emeritus or Representative Koffa is not embattled speaker. He has been removed. I don't know when you saw him performing the responsibility or discharging the function of a speaker of recent. Since November, December of last year, up to present, he has not discharged the responsibility or function of a speaker. So how do you call him battle? There is a man who is removed, and not only removed, but he's replaced, and not only replaced, but he doesn't come to work. Speaker Emeritus has not come to work for more than 24 section days. And I would want to inform the public about Rule 20.1 and 20.2 of the House's standing rules. It says that a member who fails to come to work more than 2 weeks without an excuse of plenary, said member has committed an offense that is punishable. So I just want the public to also understand that not only Speaker Emeritus, but other colleagues who feel that they want to stay home, not to come to work, but every month go to the bank and take their salary, I think it's unjust with Liberian people. So I want to use this meeting to give them a wake-up call that they can put Liberia first and find reason to come to work. If you say you don't come to work, is it not prudent enough to help us not to take a salary? But you can't be taking salary, you don't justify, you don't deserve it, you don't work for it. Who are you then? Then you call yourself rule of law caucus? You are the first violator of the rule of law. Yes.
Yeah, in November, you wrote Councillor Koffa asking him to give the list of his staffers so that they can take pay for December and months ensuing. Has he, furnished you with the listing of his staffer?
No.
Since he is taking pay also?
He's taking pay. That's why I'm wondering, why would Speaker Emeritus want to be taking pay, staff are not taking pay? I'm wondering why. But sometimes again, I wonder that, well, maybe they know what they are on. But if I'm taking pay and my staff are not taking pay, then I've been wicked to my staff. Many in the wake of the season festival, Christmas came and passed because of inability to submit his assistant staff. They didn't take pay. New Year came and passed. They didn't take pay. Even as of now, he has not submitted a name. But we're interested to know that he's taking his benefit as a lawmaker. So that's one thing I'm still wondering. He no longer been paid as speaker. He now paid as representative, and he still take the immunity of a representative. So why would he not want to submit the names of his staff?
You talk about immunity, you talk about gasoline, you talk about all
I said to you, the speaker is receiving his immunity. That's all I can say to that. I want you to ask the speaker as to whether he did not take pay for the month of December. The former speaker or the speaker emeritus. I want you to ask him as to whether he never to pay for the month of January. And for the month of February, except for any reason there's a decision by plenary, but I'm very sure that he will obviously take pay. Yeah.
Honorable Kolleh, my name is
From
Spoon.
Spoon to Spoon.
Yeah, did you receive any court evasion order to carry on this exercise? People are concerned about that.
The speaker emeritus received a court clearance to have assembled at the offices of hosting the speaker. One thing that I understand is this: there are three separate and coordinating branches. We cannot subject our working to that of the court. Similarly, the court cannot subject her working to us. We as a body, as a branch of government, we took a decision in plenary, and leadership endorsed said decision. So we honor obligation to implement said decision. The decision taken is not on Arizona Paul or on a Kolleh decision. It is a decision of plenary. So I think that you should be asking as to whether, likewise, similarly, as to whether Honorable Koffa, when he was ascending to the speakership, the user office, where the court gave me a clearance. So I go to ERBC.
Yeah, now the office has been invaded. I'm concerned as to when do we expect to see Honorable Kum taking our office?
The first thing is how to take the office. You saw the situation in there. His personal, pieces of, maybe should I say personal belonging. You went there. What did you see there as personal belonging besides maybe the photos, the sheets, and maybe some of the dustbins, and you saw for yourself, right? So I'm still asking myself.
I'm asking, when do we expect?
I want to respond to you, but I want to lay a premise. I'm yet asking myself, why this man was keeping the work of the legislature at hostage? And you've been here for a little while on legislative coverage. Many times you see people coming with content, and attempt to obstruct the work of the legislature, right? So what he was doing to keep the office of the speaker closed. And nothing absolutely is there. Besides pieces of papers and you name the rest that are not essential. Was that not obstructing the work of the legislature as well? Or should we be biased in our decision? If it were a minister who did that, then we're passing a vote of no confidence at this time, asking them to go behind the roster bar of some dish. But why do that? Why would one of our colleagues will elect to do similar action that we know it fully well that if it were done by a member or agent of the executive, we are going against them. But to satisfy your curiosity, I say to you that the office of the speaker will be turned over in the soonest possible time. There will be some maintenance or renovation work. When it is done, the public will be informed as to when the speaker will officially be taking his office.
Yeah, so I want to know, since
ERBC is dominant.
Close to 3 months now, according to you, the former speaker has not been working, but yet instead you still pay him. Why?
Like I'm saying to you, it is plenary decision. Even if it is being observed that he's not working, I'm not clear with that authority. There are procedures. A complaint or the information need to be sent to plenary, and the plenary take a decision upon that. So as Committee on Rule, Orders and Administration, we are not clear with the authority to remove any lawmaker from the payroll. We do not have that authority. The people that have that authority is a plenary. So I'm saying to you, this is a breaking news for you, and I hope and pray that you can help me and edify this news to the Liberian people, that the Speaker Emeritus has not been working for the past 3 months, but yet he still receives a pay And no time, a point in time that they are sending money to the account and resist it there by sending it back into consolidated account, or to have an official documentary when they say, I received this money from government of Liberia. So I'm calling the Liberian people in the press to ensure that it's go back to government of Liberia because they did not work for it. So that's the issue.
Sir, my colleague's question still goes back to you. I mean, this is a lawmaker who you've deemed not necessary to still remain the speaker. And plenary has not found it necessary to hold on to his salary or make a decision on whether he should still take pay after not working for 3 months.
I just said to you, it was this one section that asked the eroding clerk. The eroding clerk is the clerk who does the roll call. The roll call. So I asked to know as a committee responsible for the working of the legislature day-to-day, to provide administrative guidance to the House of Representatives. And in that process, I get to understand that those in the Honorable Koffa, along with some lawmakers, have not been coming to work for a certain number of days. Honorable Koffa, I think if my mind can serve me right, was marked as 24 section days. So go to work and do your mathematics and know how many months within 24 section days. So it's a breaking news, since I'm breaking it to you, right? So I can assure you that we'll do our best to inform plenary, and plenary will take the appropriate decision. That decision is now with us. That's the point I'm making to you. Whether I like it or not, when plenary say this, who am I to object to it? I'm unamended per the rule of the House of Representatives to implement plenary decision.
Lastly, for my end. Can I ask you?
Yeah, it's the last from his end.
So, my last question is, prior to this evasion, did you write about the...
I said to you over and over, I would not, and we were not, subject the working of the legislature to the court. These are two separate branches of government. Which institution report for?
Closing argument.
Closing argument. When last? Closing argument took her agenda for discussion that day to Spoon FM for approval. When last you did that?
But you are the
Hello? I said to you, because of the doctrine, because of the coordination, because of respect. So because you were closing argument, it means that when you go to a function where Spoon FM is, you will walk away because Spoon FM is there. That's what coordination comes in. You understand what I'm saying? The justices are the final arbiter of justice. So if the justices call for the sake of coordination, we chose to honor their call. Should that be a weakness that you want to criticize us for? Should that be? So I'm saying to you, I don't know when closing argument as an employer closing argument, because every evening you have a talk show, right? I don't know when you took your talking point for today's date. Like today is Armed Forces Day. Will you take your talking point for today and take it to Spoon FM for approval? Is that what you want us to do? To take the function of the legislature, an independent and separate branch of government, to the judiciary for approval? You are killing me.
So
then you don't want to be a member of the Rule of Law Caucus, where you are one of the breakers of the law. Yes,
on Kolleh, there are other lawmakers who may not be coming to work and receiving pay, like the allegation you raised against Representative Fonati Koffa.
But are you always in
session?
Are you always in session, right?
Always in session.
So if you are an independent, as an independent journalist,
you know that it doesn't.
Can you help me just give me too long because you are not in session?
Interview the interviewer.
Yeah,
you are a student of journalism.
You don't have to be combative. This is a
public information. No, come on. You are misplacing. We are not combative. We are in a jovial for having a nice conversation. Combative?
So
can you disagreement with any of the points raised? No. So you go ahead, brother.
What is the fate of people who are in the same bracket of Representative Koffa who are not coming to work?
Bracket? Yes. Sacco?
Quote unquote, people who are not coming to work.
Any nomenclature you want to give to it?
Yeah.
I'm saying to you, that is not our decision. It is a prerogative of plenary. Plenary is the one to take that decision, and we cannot second guess what plenary will do until plenary makes such decision.
Have you been able to designate another office?
We are not spoken yet.
I'm concerned about those 16 staffers that you requested for the the speaker emeritus to submit their names for salary, and you said 2 months now they haven't been taking pay and he haven't submitted their names. If their name is to be submitted 8 days from now, will you give their 2-3 months salary?
Well, that is a decision that I should not say I should not give a definite response to because it is HR related. So we have to understand whether those people who come in, whether they come to work, and remember also they are personal staff. So as personal staff, the lawmaker can choose to say, okay, my lawmakers, my staff, him and the constituents working. Who am I? I do not have say authority, right? So what I can say to you, yes, to some extent, they will be paid retroactively because the money is covered on the budget. They are captured as personal staff, and the pay is there. But the major discussion point I want to take from this conversation is to help me and go out there and advocate for this 16 staff who has not been taking pay only because one man refused to submit their name. I want to advocate for the 16